Hi, I'm your moderator. If you need something, please let me know. I'll be in the back of the room. At the end of this session, please fill out your evaluation cards. Now I would like to introduce Derek Health Tower Annual, what's that word? Anti-best practice.
Thank you. Welcome to Anti-Ableism Best Practices. I'm Derek Tower. I'm 44 years experience as an autistic person. I have an educational background in early childhood education. I'm a client at North Bay Regional Center. I'm part of the Department of Developmental Services Lived Experience Advisory Group. I'm part of the State Council on Developmental Disabilities for North Bay Regional Advisory Committee. I'm also on the Disability Voices United Ambassadors. And I'm not here as a representative of any of those groups, but particularly the Disability Voices United, we're always looking for more people. And I think the Regional Advisory Committee is also looking for new people. Let's see, why this topic? Well, these are the best practices, or at least some of them that I see, or ethical standards to live up to ensure us disabled people have good lives. This really helps me with my activism. This is going to be my framework for reform. These are areas that need to improve. I'm gonna organize all my asks for the regional center into these categories, plus a few more. And frankly, I'm gonna be very busy. I'm gonna organize protesting and campaigning, because frankly, a lot of the things that need to be done aren't being talked about, in my opinion. Our agenda today. We're gonna, for each principle, and there's about 12 of them, I believe. I'm gonna describe it, and then I'm gonna ask an advocacy question. They all start out as, how would you respond if someone said this to you? And then at that point, you're free to raise your hand or speak up or just comment. Let's see. And this can be a very emotionally triggering topic for kind of, I think, obvious reasons, because if you get ableism hurts, it causes trauma. Please feel free to take care of yourselves and take a break as you need. Okay, ableism. One of the most important skills people can learn as an ally of disabled people is how to manage feelings when someone calls their behavior ableist. I wouldn't recommend calling people ableist, just their behavior, when you're practicing advocacy, because it carries so much emotional impact that people tend to resist hearing what you're saying. They can get on the defensive. Well, why should we use this word? I think we should use it because it's important for the dignity of those of us who are suffering. Calling something what it is, it's very strict. It's very empowering. And frankly, we should normalize making mistakes. Every human makes mistakes, including mistakes that have ableist consequences. But if we can admit, then we can move forward and do better, which is what we want. So ableism and discrimination are very related. Now, this definition of discrimination I have, it's not the legal definition, it's just my definition. Because frankly, I think the legal definition doesn't go far enough. Discrimination is causing or letting an environment to become unfair for a struggling group. And discrimination against disabilities is ableism. Ableism can be intentional or unintentional. Personally, I think the true test of people's intentions is if they do better after they find out. First practice is person-centeredness, which is a very important principle, and you hear it a lot lately at regional centers and disability services. Got them out of order. Sorry. Okay, so adventures in presenting. I guess I'll skip it for now and I'll try to find the page later. Okay, dignity of risk. People have the right to make mistakes and learn from them, just as non-disabled people do. Risks such as dating someone and getting our heart broken, trying a new kind of food and not liking it, doing a sport and getting hurt. Decisions, we deserve to make decisions and experience not just the good parts of life, but experiencing the hard parts of life too. There is no freedom without risk. However, we can't do anything with the right support. Support staff can make sure we understand the risks, offer to help us reduce the risks, and respect our decisions. And the opposite of dignity of risk is infantilization, which is when people diminish our ability to make choices because they think we are not capable. First question here is, how could you respond to, we don't let our clients go out at night, it's too dangerous? Go ahead. Yes.
What about, I suggest that the client get a cell phone.
That's a good idea.
That way, in case they want to go out at night, it's just a security blanket.
Yeah, that definitely lessens the risk. Doesn't eliminate, but it gives you the freedom to be safe and go out. Does anyone else have any ideas? Yes, go ahead.
They're a person and they should have their own right to choose what they do.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, if you couldn't go out at night, you couldn't go to like evening concerts, and just non-disabled people get to go out as they choose, you know. There may be certain neighborhoods that are more dangerous than others, but that you have that choice, and us as disabled people get that choice too. Any other comments? Yes.
You can have a safe person go out with you at night to accompany you.
Yes, yes. Going out with others, it makes it safer. Yes.
I would ask them, what is the dangerous part? Is it nighttime or is it me being out at night?
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, it's important to know what your staff think the problem is.
Make them tell me.
Yeah. If they, definitely, yes, push them to find the answer, because you deserve it. Yes.
My question is, my point is to be safer to them and to be safe to them.
And what's the second part? I'm sorry.
To be safe for them.
Yes.
To be safer and to be kinder.
Yes, definitely. It definitely isn't kind to just limit our choices like that. And
Yes.
definitely.
And to let your places down more.
Right.
And to let your places down more.
Yeah, and share your voice. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Cool. Thank you. Okay. Oh, yes, you.
Yeah, we don't let your clients go out at night, it's too dangerous. Well, I kind of disagree. Because once you're 18, you're out exploring on your own, you're grown, you know? Once you're 18, you're grown.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't have a curfew once you're 18.
Yeah, you're right. That's called the right to adult status. That's what it's called, right to adult status. It means when you're an adult, you're an adult, and you have those freedoms, whether you're disabled or not. Thank you. Okay, invisible disabilities. Invisible disabilities can include mental disabilities like ADHD, autism, anxiety, but also physical disabilities like allergies, migraines, or blindness even. Many disabilities don't come with immediate visible proof, since things like pain, exhaustion, effort to concentrate, and understanding are internal states. It's something we feel in ourselves. We may not always show it. And people don't usually see the recovery time from exerting ourselves. For some of us, just operating in the world, doing daily tasks can be exhausting. We have the right to be free from accusations of faking our disabilities, and we are the best experts on our experiences. Question: how could you respond to, "You look normal, you're not disabled"? Yes, go ahead.
I would go. Unless you've been in my position, you don't know what the hell I have to go through on a daily basis.
Yeah, it's just, our experiences aren't always just visible like that. Everything we go through. Yes.
I would ask what normal looks like to them, but I'm just a confrontation person.
Good point. What is normal anyway? Anyone else? Thank you very much. Dynamic disabilities. Ability is not always binary. It should not be assumed as such. This means it's not always simple as we can or we can't do something. We not may have been.
I don't get that a lot. Some people think, I don't look disabled, I look normal to them. Like, I don't look like, I look like I'm fit to work, you know? A lot of people say that to me. They say, I'm fit to work, I've been able to live on my own.
Yeah, the only person who knows what you can do is you, for sure. And sometimes it's hard to fight against people's assumptions of us. We may not be able to do something at one moment, but then also be able to do something at a different moment. And there's something called spoon theory. Spoon theory was developed by Christine Miserandino as a way of explaining energy differences in the chronic pain community. The spoon is a representation of energy. We start the day with a certain amount of spoons and tasks cost spoons. Simple tasks for non-disabled people might cost a few spoons, but for disabled people it might cost more. Some days we might wake up with less spoons based on our activities as well as from days prior. Resting can recover some spoons. If we burn out, we are essentially borrowing spoons from days in the future while costing us interest. Basically, we get tired. I mean, you could like, let's say you run to work one morning and then like the next morning you're just too tired to. You would call like an Uber or something. And just as this works for non-disabled people, it works for disabled people too. It's important to be proactive in accommodations, meaning for like schools and workplaces and churches and any other gathering place you go, because burnout can be caused when a disabled person is in an environment that doesn't meet our needs. And self-advocacy or asking for accommodations costs spoons. It's just tiring. You always have to explain what you need and why you need it, and just proving your own experiences is very difficult in taxing.
Hold on.
Energy levels vary between different people at different times. Just because we can do something without getting exhausted, do not assume we're being lazy when we say we can't. Question here. How could you respond to, "I saw you do this task before, don't be lazy"? Yes.
How can you calm down if you're doing, music?
So, quick background on me. So, I actually grew up in Southern Oregon in Denver. So, in the elementary high school, I went with neurotypical.
How can you, well,
I actually did meet
can you, can you do, can you just lay down and just say, God, just calm down?
Yeah, it's not, we're not being lazy when we're taking care of our stress levels. And music is a great way to do that. And laying down and just, that's a good point, thank you. Yes.
Your expectations are not required.
Yes, your expectations are not my requirements, good one. Go ahead.
I was given the ability to be funny and charming, but my memory, there's not enough room in my brain for memory, so.
Yes, that's a good point. Yeah, we have our limitations, and it's not just as the just as discrimination doesn't have to be intentional. Our abilities, like when we don't do everything that's demanded of us, that's not our intention. Also, sometimes we just can't help it at the moment. Anyone else? Yeah, true. Go ahead.
Today's a new day and today I can't do it.
And that's perfectly fine.
My thing is, how could you respond to the text? Why are you doing this yesterday before? Don't be lazy. I'd be like, I'm thinking I'm having a balance attack, which is something that I'm having to go through.
Yeah, that must be hard. Yeah.
Yeah, and plus 1 minute I could be like standing straight up, but the next minute it could be like this.
Thank you for sharing. Nothing about us without us. This is a slogan that we say. It means we deserve autonomy, the ability to make choices about our lives. Decisions should not be made about a person without including the person. Decisions should not be made about a group without including the group. People have the right to meaningfully contribute to any decision about their well-being. We should be included in any meeting that makes decisions about our lives. And this is like the slogan in the Revolutionary War: no taxation without representation. It's a shame we're as a society are still learning this. But, question 5: how could you respond to, I signed you up for an exercise class, you could lose some weight? Yes.
I would go, I'm just doing it to improve a little bit. So that way, I just want to have a better quality of life.
You know what I said?
Sorry, I didn't.
I said, how about, I didn't tell you to sign me up, so. That was
True, yes. Yeah, there's no mention of being asked to sign up. And yeah, you could have like you said, we could have very good reasons to sign up for an exercise class, but for being signed up without our permission is just a violation of our autonomy. We get to choose our own activities. Presuming competence. All people are capable of learning, thinking, and communicating. Everyone has challenges and sometimes needs support with them. But we can do anything if we have the right support. When it's shown that someone can't understand something, we should seek to provide more support rather than exclude them from a task. This does not mean ignoring problems that arise and not supporting them. By all means, we can still pay attention to challenges that arise and offer support. One example is of not presuming competence is introducing yourself to someone's staff when their person is right there and asking what that person's name is instead of talking to us directly. This is related to the not so good approach of the institutional mindset. Also, I think of it as a for your own good mindset. People like this make decisions for us, maybe with good intentions, for your own good thing, but without any of our input. This means ignoring someone's autonomy and making a decision against their wishes, the results of them being hurt, to achieve some other positive benefit, in their opinion. And also, right to refuse. When our competence is presumed, we have the right to refuse any treatment and it's important that we become comfortable doing so. This is important because not everyone has our best interest in mind. How could you respond to, "You could never do that"? Yes.
You could never do that, and I would go, I'm just gonna do it anyway to show you how ignorant you are.
I'd say I can do whatever I want to do.
Yeah.
I can do whatever I want to do.
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Yeah, you never know unless you try. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Absolutely true, thank you. Informed consent. Informed consent means we have all the information we need to make decisions. When our competence is presumed, we are supported with information so that we can make informed decisions. If our possibilities were hidden from clients because they feel we might ask for what we don't need, that's not presuming competence. This is an example. So someone at the regional center admitted this kind of was their thinking by not sharing all the services that they provide. I think she said we might ask for something we don't need, which is very not good. Because I decide what I need, and I need all the information to decide what best fits that need. And then a topic, phrase that's really very related is plain language. Plain language is language we can understand. How can I make decisions if all the forms and all this, everything is just incomprehensible to me? It's important to meet us where we are in terms of our knowledge. And there's no shame in not knowing like the jargon that professionals use. It just means you haven't been taught yet. But regardless, we can't make the decisions that we need to unless they explain it in terms we understand. An example of a bad practice is the false choice. A false choice is presented as giving you two options when there are many more. It feels like we have a choice, and we do, but not enough of a choice. Staff can often use this as a way to guide us into doing what they want us to do. Let's see, you can. Yes, true.
So like, oh, did you want to have burgers tonight? Rather than, oh, what would you like for dinner?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's plenty of options. Like, hell, you could go out. You could make something new combinations. There's a myriad of other options. And I've actually been a staff at several like disability-related organizations, and like I definitely noticed there's a trend of like when staff's exhausted, they just sort of they kind of lead the client into doing like the most easiest thing. it's very, very not good. Oh yeah, some personal things about not getting all the information that I need. Like my regional center doesn't have all the policies on their website. They have a lot, but not all of them. So if we don't know the policies, how are we going to hold them accountable to it? And there are committee meetings that like have public comment sections that they never advertise. So how are you going to get a public comment? Oh, and then pictured here is consent prize. I'm only talking about informed consent, but consent is, complete consent is freely given, reversible, informed, enthusiastic, and specific. It's very important. Okay, question 7. How could you respond if someone said, if you don't like this program, you can stop complaining or you can quit it? Yes.
I would give them like 2 week notice and be out. I'm going to meet a bunch of other clients and we're gonna wait whether you like it or not.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
I'm a complainer, and I'm a snitch. So if I don't like something, I'm tattling.
Yes, complaining is a very important tool for Yeah. In this scenario, like the person is leaving out the possibility of improving the program, because programs have a responsibility to take care of our needs. If they accept us, we're in there, and they have to do the reasonable accommodations. Which brings me to reasonable accommodations. Accommodations are changes to the environment to help us feel accepted and be able to fully participate. And an environment can be the physical place we're at, the time schedule of order of which when we do things, including any breaks, the rules of behavior we have to follow, and the activities we're asked to complete. Reasonable accommodations are not optional. Sometimes when asking for accommodations, we get bad denials for like really not good reasons. One of them is convenience. Reasonableness is not the same as convenient. Accommodations can be inconvenient at first, but they will eventually benefit everyone in the long term. And frankly, inconvenience is how people show that we care, proof that our existence is worthy. Competition. Sometimes we might get denied an accommodation because they might say it's not fair to non-disabled people, but life is not a competition, and getting support is not cheating. Sometimes I might say we just don't do that. It's not done. Well, they kind of have a lack of imagination, honestly. There are good reasons to refuse an accommodation, at least until there's like a better idea, better option, and that is being limited by resources. Like a company can't pay for something that's going to put them out of business. Question number 8. How could you respond to, if I give you extra time for this test, it wouldn't be fair for everyone else? Yes.
I would start by learning something about this section myself, or no. This is definitely the type of stuff that I've been avoiding for the longest time. It's the idiots like you that have the problem, not me. I'm fun.
Yeah, asking what the problem is. Why can't I have the extra time? It's not going to help you not learn. I mean, you will learn taking the test. Yes.
If it's an accommodation, it's not up to them. They don't get a say.
Thank you. True. Yes.
I have a legal right under the American Disabilities Act to get reasonable accommodation, to get any type of reasonable accommodation, such as extra time on the test.
Very
That's
true.
my right.
Yes.
I would tell them that it's not my intention to make it unfair for everybody else. It's my goal to make it fair for me.
Very good. Thank you. Yeah. Getting the support doesn't make it fair. Yes.
He wants to learn that he should accommodate.
Thank you. Yes, that is the ultimate goal, and it's kind of good to remind them of that. Universal design. Universal design means building the needs of everyone into the same environment. When you invest in making these accommodations possible for those with the greatest need, you also provide for those with lesser needs or temporary needs. The example that gets used a lot is like a ramp for people with wheelchairs, but also gets used for like strollers. A world made to accept disabled people would be a world everyone would want to live in. So resisting that is unreasonable. Sometimes accommodations can conflict. For example, like when some people have a hard hearing, so they might wear the I forget what they're called. Yes, the cochlear implants. And others, it's too loud, so they wear like headphones. And both can exist in the same environment if they have the tools that they need. So that's and if the tools for something don't exist yet, we might have to like separate by space or by time. Like if, for example, in a non-disabled scenario, like if not everyone in the team can join the same meeting, you could have like 2 meetings. But another important principle is least restrictive environment, which means we should always prioritize inclusion, keeping everyone together and not making people feel like the others, like different in a bad way. Question number 9. How could you respond to the noise is distracting, but we can only let you use earplugs during this test if you have an approved accommodation? It's kind of like the other one. I think, well, what I would, oh yes, go ahead.
You should really calm down and really relax.
Yes. I think a lot of people, like, employees, they just want to do what they think they're supposed to do. And I think that's very, like, stressful. Like, they're afraid of making mistakes. They don't make the decision to let you support yourself. I mean.
Yes. I would think that's a good idea.
Yes. Stay focused.
And to pray to God and Jesus.
That's a good idea. Yes.
That I'd like to speak for whoever it is that I can get this accommodation from, because it wasn't an issue until today, and now I know I need this accommodation.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like a lot of schools, they ask us to have all our accommodations ready right when the semester starts, and that isn't always possible. So I don't know all the accommodations I'm going to need. It's the trouble.
Classes required.
Yeah, definitely. Restorative justice. There are several factors that go into what restorative justice is. But the one I want to focus on right now is the part about actually fixing the harm done to a victim of discrimination. There are many types of harm, including damaged property, loss of opportunity, lost funds, physical harm, emotional harm, and loss of dignity. That last one has happened to me a lot in my regional center. And quite frankly, no attempt has been made to reduce that harm. They're very good at making like a corrective action plan for the service provider that did the mistake or, well, the offense. But I think the best they know how to do is just say I can get another service provider, but frankly, that doesn't help me trust anyone better. Justice doesn't just mean they'll make a policy to do better next time. It means fixing the problem for those impacted this time and making the violator be part of the solution if I want them to be part of the solution. How could you respond to, I'm sorry I ran over your wheelchair with my car. I'll be more careful next time. And then they start to leave.
What's your insurance?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Exactly. Sorry, I got one. A social model of disability. Basic idea of the social model is that disability is normal, and therefore supports are normal. Disabled people will tend to understand what it's like to have a disability better than non-disabled people do. And we are the best experts on our experiences. We are not to be treated as a burden to others or inferior to others, and we deserve a society that adapts to our needs, rather than demand we change ourselves for society's convenience. We get to choose what we think of our disabilities, whether we want to change them or not. And the fact that we are disabled has as much to do with our own skills as with how society supports or hinders them. The medical model, on the other hand, is to assume that our existence as disabled people is a problem to fix. And often fixing just means making us act and look like everyone else. Public discourse is on how we'll never have full lives, which unfortunately I've seen Robert F. Kennedy Jr. talk about. We're labeled as having disorders, and there's talk of cures. Disabled statistics are often shared to motivate the effort to cure. Our attempts to live a normal life are often met with praise that shows how much they pity us. And that, frankly, that's not normal. Treating us, that goes to the institutional mindset that we need to be separated from society, which, this disability is, anyone can be disabled at any time, and it's a completely normal part of society. How could you respond to, you're so brave, way to go, when you're doing a basic task? Yes.
From what I said, I would go, I don't need to be brave today. I just need to be able to walk around and not have my feet being hurt.
Yes.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, we don't seek out to be brave, we just seek out to live our lives. Yes.
I don't need your approval.
Yes, they don't need, we don't need their approval.
I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. I'll say that. I say that. I'm impressed.
You're impressed? Well, what are you impressed about?
I'm very that I'm confident that I'm able to do it. I'm very confident,
Yeah, it does feel good to be able to.
I'm not the type of person who likes identity, so I'm like, yay! I'm not the type of person who likes identity.
That's good. Thank you. Conclusion. You matter. You aren't alone in your struggles, and we can make it better for everyone. And there's a lot of problems facing the disabled community. I take heart in knowing that the ideas I discussed are not new, and there are a lot of people advocating for them. It's important that we get them applied consistently. We deserve to be valued for who we are in all our infinite diversity and infinite combinations. And one more thing. There's a home and community-based services survey. You can go to this link or take a picture of the QR code. It only takes 10 minutes, and you can get a chance to win a DoorDash gift card. And also there's a phone number you can call if you'd like help filling out the survey. The survey is so we know we need to assess, it's by ALO consultation and DDS, that we need to assess what you know about your HCBS rights, which I sort of implicitly talked about a few of them, like the right to choose your own activities and be treated like an adult. But it's very important to assess what you all know about your rights. And questions. And I think this is the time to fill out your comment cards also, or any comments too, or any. Yes.
I had just a comment from what you were sharing.